Moving forward again to next week, a key week for Formula One. We have the political fallout of this season, the political war between Ferrari and McLaren. Now we have a counterclaim by McLaren that's going to be considered by the World Council against Renault. All sorts of allegations being made about material shifting on discs that describe the whole outline of the McLaren proposition been considered by Renault. Damon, what can we expect from the World Council in Monaco next week?
Well, I think the comparison is there between the McLaren case and the Renault case, and quite clearly that's the whole point of it, is to actually say, okay, if you're going to apply a sanction and a punishment to one team for that, what are you going to do to another team? So this is the big question we're all waiting to find out the answer of.
This transfer of information, how do you distinguish between a legitimate transfer of an experienced operator going from one team to another and this kind of electronic transfer where discs are changing hands? What's the difference?
Well, I mean, it's very clearly defined. I mean, what you've got in your head and your skills and your knowledge about your job that you've gained from your time at a team, that's perfectly legitimate. But anything belonging to the team, so any document, any disc, electronic format of anything, when you leave, belongs to the team. And anyone who's got a contract in Formula One, it's very clearly stated that you're not allowed to take that. So anyone that does that is breaking the law. I think the whole problem here, as Damon quite rightly pointed out, is one of consistency. You know, if you take the McLaren case, whether or not you thought the penalty was right for the crime, there were some rules breached. What use did McLaren make of them? Did the McLaren go 1/100th of a second quicker because of the knowledge of that information? I personally don't think so, and I don't think if you can't prove that, there shouldn't have been the penalty that was applied. But I have no problem, and I don't think anyone in the industry has any problem if that is the case. What everyone should demand from the thing next week is consistency. So if it is the same, if they had the same volume of drawings and detail in those drawings and they were looked at by senior people, then you can only apply the same sort of penalty. Now, whether that's the case or not, we don't know. But I think what everyone in Formula One needs and would demand from the hearing next week is consistency.
That's a heap of pressure heading the World Council's way. I'm sure Mr. Mosley would be greatly appreciative of that, Mike.